Hey, this is John. Have $51 bills. We're going to go through look at some of the serial numbers on them. The last video I did, I went through maybe 100 bills or something, and I didn't really talk a whole lot in it. So what I'm going to try to do is a little bit more talking. I'm going to talk about what constitutes a cool serial number. And I get this question a lot on my Facebook group, and I just wanted to do some comments on it. In the meantime, if you like these videos, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, give them a thumbs up, and comments. I always like comments. Okay, so what constitutes a cool serial number? Um, yeah, that's what a cool serial number. I think is really doesn't have much of an answer, because what's cool to one person is not going to be cool to another person, or they're not going to see what you see in it. So it's kind of a nebulous question, and sometimes when I see comments that that answer, no, that serial number is not cool. It's a bit, it kind of takes the wind out of someone's sails when they hear that, and not really, for any good reason, other than that the other person, has different criteria for what a cool bill is. So, I mean, what I try to tell people, or when I see these, or when you get comments like that, or people asking about it, I usually just say, if you like the bill, it's cool. There's no, you don't need anyone's permission to say that a bill's cool, because it's kind of like, it's almost like someone's child. You don't want to say, the child's ugly. But the I guess the now it's a different question altogether if you ask, is this bill, what's this bill worth? Now that may have that has a more objective answer to it. I mean, in that case, you can go to eBay, you can see what things sold for, or you can look at other sites and see what they're offered. You can look up in books to see what the typical range is for the prices on particular bills. There are all kinds of things you can say, see what a bill is worth. But is it, whether it's cool or not is like, who am I to say, whether I think you're right or not. It's not my bill. I may not have the same goals in collecting that you do, and that's fine, because it's your collection, it's your money, it's your choice how you allocate your resources, and that's all good. I haven't gotten to the point where I actually, say, I don't want this question asked, because it's a bit hard to police a site, every time and say, that these are, I don't want these questions because they don't really have good answers. But that's kind of that's kind of like my stance on it. Okay, so this is what kind of caught my eye. I think stars are cool, and I collect them until I find a better use for the money. But this one had like triple twos in it, so I thought that was kind of fun. Anyway, so if you saw any other bills that flash by that were that you think are interesting, you're welcome to put them in the comments. Otherwise, thanks a lot. Again, I you subscribing if you find these videos entertaining and useful and educational. And I do try to respond to all good comments. So thanks a lot.